Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Learn with Letters. You are watching CHHAYA.H and today we are going to deal The Merchant of Venice written by William Shakespeare. Act 3, Scene 2, lines 179 to 210. So this conversation, we see there is a conversation between Bassanio, Nerissa, Gratiano and they are communicating to each other. So after Portia's sweet words, convincing words, Bassanio seems to be extremely happy and he replies, Madam, you have bereft me of all words. Bereft me of all words in the sense that you have made me nothing to speak. You have made me speechless. You have made me speechless. Only my blood in veins speaks to you. And I am so confused, just as there appears, buzzing among a happy crowd after a well-given speech by a beloved prince. So he shares his feeling that how he feels after listening to the very sweet words of the Portia. So he feels that he was, as they were buzzing among, and that atmosphere that he has already won the casket test, everyone is very happy around, making lots of noises, and that atmosphere he feels like a very great personality who has given or delivered a speech, and after that the audience applauses the speech of that person. So Bassanio is also having similar kind of such feelings, okay, and that is why he expresses it to Portia and all the others standing there. So he continues, where every something being blent together turns to a wild of nothing, save of joy expressed and not expressed. But when this ring parts from this finger, then parts life from thence. Oh, then be bold to say Bassanio is dead. So now he comes to the conclusion, like finally we have seen in the previous scene that Portia puts a ring in Bassanio's finger and asked him never to part this ring. Okay, so that is as a reply to the Portia's words. He promises her that he will never part, and if any time it happens that he will be parting this ring, that means that will be ending in the death of the Bassanio. So that was something like a very quick and very stubborn decision taken by Bassanio. So here Bassanio says that where every piece blended together. Now every piece is here referred to all the things, okay, all the individual sounds are being mingled, the sounds of happiness, the music of the sounds of the happiness, and all the people's praises and applauding words, everything seems to be blend together, blend in the sense mixed together, and there exists a kind of feeling that something wild, something expressed, and sometimes it's not expressed also. And now he remembers, he comes to the ring and says Portia that he will never part this ring. The life parts from my body. Even I lose my life from my body, I will never lose this particular ring. Oh, then you must think, if so ever that happens, you must think that Bassanio is dead and he is not alive. So very bold statement Bassanio makes at this particular moment. And Nerissa says that, my lord and lady, it is now our time that have stood by and seen our wishes prosper, oh, to cry, good joy, my lord and lady. So Nerissa wishes both Bassanio and Portia for their new wedding and for the victory of the casket test to Bassanio. And at the same time, she reminds that it's our turn. Now, what do you mean by our turn? Our turn here refers to the turn of Nerissa and also the turn of Gratiano to be together. Now, we have already seen that as Bassanio wooed Portia, Gratiano wooed Nerissa. And they have decided that when their mistress and master get united, that moment they will be also get united. And this is the right moment for that. And that is why Nerissa reminds that it is our turn. Gratiano replies, my lord Bassanio and my gentle lady, I wish you all the joy that you can wish, for I am sure you can wish none from me. And when your honors mean to solemnize the bargain of your faith, I do beseech you, even at the time I may be married too. So Gratiano says that, my lord Bassanio and my gentle lady Portia, I wish you all the joy that you can wish for yourselves. I'm very happy for this, and I wish you all the joy and happiness for being together, because I'm sure that you can't wish any from me. So you can't have any wish from me, I'm sure that. And when you two means here Portia and Bassanio, mean to make the bargain of your vow solemn, please even then let me be married too. So at this particular moment, when you both are making promises to each other, so let me also take a solemn decision, celebrate, so confirm the solemnly. Okay, so what is that to celebrate, or what is that to confirm? It is to celebrate the marriage of himself with Nerissa, and to confirm their bond as strong as that of Portia and Bassanio. So Bassanio replies, with all my heart, so thou canst get a wife. So Bassanio says that, with all my heart, if you can get a wife, if you are ready to get a lady to make your wife, I am very happy. With all my heart, I give you the permission. Gratiano says, I thank you, lordship, and you have got me one. And he says that, I am very thankful to you. I have not searched any lady as my wife, but you have searched a lady for me. Now, how come Bassanio searched a lady for Gratiano? We know that unless Bassanio wouldn't have found Portia, then obviously Gratiano wouldn't have found Nerissa, isn't it? In that sense, he says that, if you have found the one, you have got the one, I too got the one, and I am not the person who searched, it is you who searched for me. My eyes, my lord, can look as swift as yours. You saw the mistress, I beheld the maid. So here comes, he says that, my eyes, my lord, can look as quickly as yours. Which is it, as you are very sharp in your observations, even I am very sharp in that observation. When you saw the mistress, that is referring to the Portia, I beheld the maid, I hold the maid. Okay, so you loved, I loved for intermission. So you loved, I loved, because it's the rest doesn't pertain any more to me, my lord, than to you. Your fortune stood on the chest there, and so your fortune stood upon the caskets there, and so did mine too. So this victory, your fortune of on the appearing of the casket test and winning of the casket test, is actually not only the fortune of yours, it brought fortune for me. How? If Bassanio didn't succeed in winning the casket test, he wouldn't have won Portia's hand. And if it happened like that, Gratiano obviously will not be able to get Nerissa's hand. Okay, so that is why he says that, if it's your fortune that brought fortune to me, and so did mine, as the matter falls, for moving here until I sweat again. So he says that, I worked up a sweat and swearing promises until my mouth was dry with oaths of love. And he says that, I keep on promising you until my mouth becomes dry, and until I get completely dried, tired and exhausted. I keep on promising upon my love and swearing until my every roof was dry. Every roof here refers to the upper palate of the mouth. Upper palate means the upper, if you touch your tip of the tongue and to the upper position, this upper position you call it as a palate. Okay, so here he says that, until, now why upper palate here is refers to the mouth, until my mouth gets completely dried, my saliva gets completely dried inside my mouth, till then I will be keeping promising you. If promise last, I got a promise of this fair one here. And he says that, I got a promise of this beautiful one here. Now who is the beautiful one here? Gratiano is referring, yeah, Gratiano is referring to Nerissa. Okay, so he says that, I have also got one beautiful here, one here to have her love, provided that you were lucky enough to get her mistress. So he says that, I have got the one lady who is ready to love me, and as you have got a lady who is ready to love you. Portia, is this true, Nerissa? Now Portia very quite shockingly turns towards the side of the Nerissa and asks that, is it true? Nerissa says, Madam, it is so. So you stand pleased withal. So Nerissa very shyly speaks, Madam, it is so, yeah, the news is true. and please, it is long as you are pleased with the rest of it. If you think everything is fine with in this matter and you don't have any objections, so it is like that. Bassanio, and do you, Gratiano, mean good faith? And Bassanio also questioned Gratiano, do you really mean it with the good intentions, good faith in the sense that are you very sincere in this matter? Which matter? Marry Larissa. Bassanio says, Gratiano says, yes, faith, my lord. Yes, in faith, my lord. Obviously, I am sincere in this. I'm not joking or it's not for a time pass. Obviously, I am sincere. Bassanio says, our feast shall be much honored in your marriage. So this has become the moment of the double joy, the great joy, isn't it? The two couples together will be getting married soon. And that was something, a big news. And so that is why it says that our feast shall be very much honored in your marriage. Gratiano, we will play with them the first boy for 1,000 tickets. So Gratiano says that we will be them who has the first boy for $1,000. We will bet them who has the first boy for $1,000. Now, what is the reference of betting here? The reference of betting here is that Gratiano wants to make it clear that he will be ready and at the time of their marriage, Portia and Bassanio will be having their first child. So Gratiano says that, Larissa, what? And at stake down. What bet? What are you staking? What bet you are going to keep? Gratiano, no, we shall never win at that sport and stake down. But who comes here? Lorenzo and his infidel. What? And my lord, Venetian friend Salanio. So now as they were continuing their conversation, Gratiano listens to the footsteps of someone coming inside. And Gratiano says that, just listen, hey, here, someone comes. And who's that? Looking at that person, he recognizes that is Lorenzo and his infidel means his follower, and that is one of the old friend of Venetian, and that is Salanio. Enters Lorenzo, Jessica and Salanio. Now in this scene, they all the three enter together and they will be having the conversation. So how come Lorenzo and Jessica? We know that Lorenzo and Jessica, the daughter of Shylock, they eloped together, and after going and traveling many places, finally they come to Belmont for rescue. Okay, and Portia welcomes them and gives them rescue in her mansion. So Bassanio says, Lorenzo and Salanio, welcome hither, welcome hither, welcome here. If that the youth of my new interest here. So if my engagement just now gives me the power to bid you welcome. So he says that obviously, see here Portia is not welcoming, Bassanio is welcoming. Now what does that mean? Now Bassanio is this engagement with the Portia gave him the right to welcome any person in this particular house which is also a part of his. So that is why he says that if my engagement just now gives me the power to bid you welcome. Excuse me, I bid my very friends and countrymen welcome, sweet Portia. So he says that he shows Portia all his friends and says that these are all my countrymen and I welcome them, Portia. So this is how Bassanio takes that right or the opportunity to welcome them. Portia says, so do I, my lord. Of course, they are your guests, your friends, and I will also welcome them entirely, wholeheartedly. Lorenzo, I thank your honor for my part, my lord. My purpose was not to have seen you here, but meeting with Salanio by the way. He did entreat me past all saying nay to come with him along. So Lorenzo says that, I thank you, sir. I thank your honor. I thank you, sir. For my part, my lord, for my part, my lord, means from my side, I am thanking you. I didn't intend to see you here. My purpose was not to have seen you here. Means I didn't intend or thought of seeing you here, but meeting with Salanio by the way. So my intention was only to meet Salanio by the way. He begged me, he requested me, past all saying no to come along with him. So it is because of the Salanio's continuous request which I couldn't deny, I came here with him. Salanio says, I did, my lord. Yeah, really, I made a request. I requested him to come and join me. and I have a reason for it, and I have a genuine reason for it. Signor Antonio commends him to you. And what is that reason? It is because Mr. Antonio, Signor in the sense sir or Mr. Antonio send you his regards. It is because Mr. Antonio has sent you the regards, and because of that I have to come here. So I thought that I will be accompanying Jessica and Lorenzo also to this particular place. Bassanio says that, I hope his letter. I pray you tell me how my good friend doth. So he says that, before I open that, Salanio hand overs a letter in the hands of Bassanio, and before Bassanio opens that letter, he asks that, this letter, I open this letter and please tell me how my good friend is, how he is doing. Salanio, not sick, my lord, unless it is way in the mind. So Salanio says that he is not sick, he is not having any kind of disease or sickness or illness, unless his sickness is in the mind. Now what does it mean, sickness in the mind? Sickness in the mind shows that he is mentally sad or mentally disturbed. And now, nor well unless in mind, his letter there will show you his estate. Now he says that, but he is not well unless in his mind. But I guess that he is not well mentally or in his thoughts. Something is there that disturbing. And if you read the letter will be showing you, means giving you more explanation about his condition. Estate here refers to the condition. Bassanio opens the letter. Gratiano says, Nerissa, cheer yon stranger, bid her welcome. Your hand, Celerio. What's the news from Venice? How did the royal merchant, good Antonio? I know he will be glad of our success. We are the Jasons. We have won the fleece. So Gratiano says that, ask to Nerissa. Now Nerissa obviously is going to become his wife, and so he have the right to ask her, tell her, order her. So Gratiano says that, Nerissa, cheer the stranger. Cheer the stranger means here, welcome the strangers. Who are the strangers? Lorenzo, Jessica and Salanio. So say hello to her. Let me shake your hand, Salanio. What's the news from Venice? What is the news from Venice? Is there anything special? Antonio is fine or not? How he is doing there? How is that royal merchant, Antonio? I know he will be happy at our success. Obviously, Antonio has sent Bassanio to Belmont, and he has also borrowed money from Shylock only for his dear friend to come to the Belmont and win Portia's hand. So that is why here Salanio says that he will be very happy when he come to know about our success. Okay, whose success here? Success of Portia and Bassanio, and also the success of Gratiano and Nerissa. We are the Jasons. We have won the fleece. So here it says that we are the Jasons. Now who are the Jasons here? Jasons refers to the royal merchants, and says that we are the Jasons and we have won the fleece. Fleece means wealth. So here it signifies wealth. The sheep's riches consist of the fleece on its back. In that senses, here it is used. So now he says that we speak of merchant princes, meaning very great men of business, and fleece means huge amount, wealthy person. But here fleece also signifies another meaning, that on the ship's back you see the rich wool, okay, consists of the fleece on its back. So in that sense also it is used. Okay, I hope the explanation is clear to you. Please go through your textbook. So tomorrow we'll meet with the next video. Till then, bye bye, take care.